Naomi, there she is. How are you?
In the flesh.
In the flesh with an amazing glow.
Thank you very much.
You look stunning. Talk to me about these boots.
Well,
Whose boots are these?
Bling, bling. These are mine. Oh, you mean like what brand?
Yeah. What are you wearing? Who are you wearing?
Honestly, I have no idea. So, I don't know. Are you on Instagram?
Yeah,
Do you ever see like ads or like little shops pop up on your Instagram?
all the time.
Okay, so these boots popped up on my Instagram, and I thought they were awesome. And they had like the little sparkly filter on them, and they were just blinging. So I was like, oh my gosh, I gotta have those. They glow. Click, brought them, ordered them, delivered them. Now I'm here wearing them. Now you're talking about them. Boom.
Do you know what? I love you for that. You're like, they're glittery. I'll have them.
Exactly.
Were they expensive? They look expensive.
Actually, no. Not too bad.
You got a good
I
deal.
didn't break the bank. Typically my normal clothes I really don't invest a lot in, but my wrestling gear I spend some coins on it because I like to look fly and glow when I come out.
So talk to me about wrestling gear. Are you responsible for the sort of design and the look and the feel and how it's all put together?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And you work with the seamstresses and you tell them what you want?
Mostly it's a collaboration, but I actually work with two seamstresses, Sandra and Julie, and they have great ideas as well. So it's like a collaboration of what I like and what my ideas sometimes are like way out there, and they're like, I'm not doing that for you, Naomi. And I'm like, come on, like it's cool. And they're like, no, that's awful. So then I have to scale it back a little bit, and then they can do, put their input. So it's a teamwork.
They seem quite honest in their feedback. That's awful. Don't do that.
And I love it. I've worn some crazy. If you go back and watch like the beginning of my glow process and some of the stuff I used to wear, it was stuff I was finding. Like I was just trying all kinds of stuff, finding stuff online, finding stuff from rave shops, and finally got to where I am now.
The big like hairy boots.
Yeah, I still.
You didn't find those on Instagram, did you?
No. I still like the furs, but I realized they would slide down a lot and get in the way when I was wrestling on my legs, so I kind of got rid of those and took the fur to the coat, which I love my fur coats now. Or the fox fur, the fake whatever.
Yeah. That's a big thing, though, isn't it? You've got to be careful about what you wear because you're flying around in the ring. I remember a WrestleMania match with Rey Mysterio, and he was having to fiddle with his mask the whole match.
It's the worst because it totally takes you out of, the match. So you have to make sure your stuff is durable, it's tight, and it fits, so you don't have to ever stress about it in the ring.
So much to think about. So much to think about as a WWE superstar. Your lives are so crazy. Speaking of which, WrestleMania, a crazy week here in New York. What is your favorite part of WrestleMania week?
Probably the fan interaction. Majority of the time during the week, we're just in and out. The city, do the show, and then on to the next. You really don't get to explore or interact as much as you want, but being here all week, we definitely get to do that. And I love it. It's nice to hear and speak in person with our fans. A lot of fans I talk to on social media, and it's always cool meeting them for the first time or getting to put a face with the tweets or with the Instagrams or with the pictures and meeting them in person. So it's really beautiful. Our fans are our backbone,
Best fans in the world, aren't they?
They're truly the best fans in the world, and we could not be here and do this without our fans. So I give much respect, love, and time to our fans as much as I can.
And the world of social media, obviously it's kind of changed the wrestling business in so many ways. How do you cope with because I guess every WWE superstar faces so much criticism and fan backlash about a match or whatever. How do you handle that?
Non-stop. I think it's really hard because coming in 10 years ago, I didn't even have a Twitter. Like, it wasn't a thing. There definitely wasn't Instagram. So being able to see it now and how active we are and how much it is used now, it's challenging at times. You have to be clear and sure about what you're saying, the content and things you put out there. But it's also what makes this business go and what keeps it interesting and what keeps it fun and what challenges us. And that I can appreciate. But I just try to always be honest with whatever I say and put out there. And that's all you can do, you know.
And I guess social media, in many ways, is driving a lot of stories like Becky, Ronda, and Charlotte. Yeah, so much of that stuff has been happening on Twitter.
Being created now online, which I think is a great tool, because it's so much happening, so much going, and so little spots, So now we have this tool that we can use and possibly help to promote ourselves, and it works, and sometimes it doesn't work, So you gotta take the good with the bad with anything.
Of course. Now, speaking of good, Charlotte, Ronda, Becky, main event, first ever women's main event of WrestleMania. It's such kind of good news for the women's evolution, whatever you want to call it. How are you feeling? Obviously, you're not in that main event spot at this year's WrestleMania, but how are you feeling about the women being in that position?
Extremely proud, and honestly, for me, I've experienced that WrestleMania moment. I've had those moments, so I am just grateful, and I'm grateful for all of our women, for them to be where they are. They deserve it, and I'm glad. Super happy for Becky. Seeing her position a year ago, being in the pre-show to now, seeing her literally, work her way up that card, is truly inspiring, and this is a huge leap and step for not just women in wrestling, but just women, period. This is the first time women are headlining WrestleMania, main eventing, and we got Ronda Rousey in there. We got Charlotte Flair, who is incredible. So this is hard work from women through decades and eras for us to get to this point. So I think we're all proud, supportive, and just happy to witness it. That's how I feel. And hopefully this continues to open doors and more opportunities for the rest of the women as well, because we have so much talent, and we're all hungry, and we're all passionate, and we're all ready to show what's left and what else we can do.
And prediction time. Who have you got? Flair, Lynch, Rousey.
The man all the way.
Really?
The man all the way.
Is Becky your favourite out of the three of them?
For me.
Who would you say is your best friend out of the three of them?
Becky.
Becky.
Absolutely.
Can you tell me some fun things you've done with Becky on the road?
Me and Becky danced together. We laughed together. We've cried together. She's just a beautiful human being, inside and out. And I have personally seen her at her lowest and at her highest. So in this, being her highest, I'm extremely proud of her. I'm extremely happy for her. And I don't think anybody else deserves it more than her right now. So I'm probably going to be bawling, and I'm really excited and happy to witness that moment for all of us, for everyone. This is huge.
Team Becky all the way. She told me once that when she was, I think, doing a movie with Shawn Michaels, Shawn said, when you go back, act like you're a superstar, act like you are meant to be the main event, and she really took that to heart, and obviously look what's happened. Do you think it's tough for young performers, especially with a roster so packed full of amazing athletes nowadays, do you think it's hard for young performers to push through and get themselves noticed?
Absolutely. And it gets very, it can be very disheartening at times, because there's no off season. We work year in and year out. But seeing examples and stories like Becky's definitely boosts the morale in the locker room and gives us that, that confidence to know, like, it doesn't matter where you are now. Things can always turn around. Things can always change. You just got to keep fighting and working hard and push through it, So.
Naomi, lovely to see you.
Thank you.
Thanks so much.